I think my least favorite part about this mod pack is the fact that you never have any europium. None. Once you get into like UV, you just start running through the stuff if you're passiving anything. And there is no better way of getting europium than the very, very slow fusion reactors in GregTech. Which? Let me count how many of these I have. 1, 2, 3. In fact, I actually have more, but I'm out of neodymium. So that's the situation. And today, I want to fix that. I am sick and tired of it. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish this pack in a very nice pace without europium. So, today, the plan is the helical fusion reactor. There's a lot of steps we have to go through, though, so let's get started. Well, first off, I'm running out of liquid neodymium, so that would help speed up europium a bit. But obviously, that is just a band-aid to the wound, so there's a lot more we have to do. Starting with getting some more liquid neodymium. We're going to need a lot of this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and add this on the passive. And I think I may also put it on the RHF. The good thing about the helical fusion reactor is that it requires some things in progression. So while we're going to be making this giant reactor, we're also going to be accomplishing something along the way. This thing needs a lot. It needs a lot of activated netherite, which I am kind of worried about because I don't have any at the moment. Yeah, I'm completely out. I believe I use it all on multi-dimensional CPU chips and wafers and whatnot, but it'll get better. So while those are filling up, what I want to do is go ahead and get the other thing that we need, which is bioalloy. Other than that, everything here we already have. It's just the bioalloy. We're just going to need some electrotine and animated bioalloy pulp. This is going to need a whole bunch of stuff. XP juice we have, skull catalyst we have, so these two we're going to need. Prussian blue, I don't know how difficult it is to get. Iron 3 chloride we have, potassium ferrocyanide, not sure we have that, but it doesn't look too bad. And we're also going to need some of the ultimate material, which I have not gotten yet. I feel like every episode has some research in it, so first let's go ahead and do some research. Now, I would also really like to get this better recipe for warden hearts, but we don't exactly have UEV sensors yet. I mean, I don't know how hard this is to make yet. We need skulk bioalloy first, so this will have to wait. But let's go ahead and get started on everything else. So I'm probably going to want a whole bunch of data modules for getting Ender Dragon scales, Wither Bones, and Guardian scales. So down here in basement, I am actually going to go ahead and set that up. So I'm going to set up the normal system that we had with the stocking input bus. This way, like I said, I don't have to build multiple of these simulation supercomputers because they're a bit annoying to make. So a system just like this should do the trick. So I just realized I'm doing all of this wrong. So a system just like this should work. I think we're working. And I know I'm going to want a whole bunch. I think it was Guardian prediction. So I'm going to want a whole bunch of Guardian prediction. I'm going to say like 5,000 at a time. I'm also going to want a whole bunch of Wither prediction and a whole bunch of Ender Dragon prediction. Now I just need to set up the same system, but over here, I'm going to have a few circuits running. So a lot of right clicking later. And these should all be online and ready to go. So let's say I want Ender Dragon scales. This is going to be circuit 3. So I'll set this one to circuit 3. And let's say I want like 4,000 of these at a time. Apparently I have more than 4,000 at the moment. So I'll set this to 5,000 for now. And I should see this running. Perfect. And I may even see... No, I have so much Ender Dragon prediction. It's nuts. That was wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, so next up is Wither Bones. I'm also going to do 10,000 of these. So next up, Guardian scales is going to be circuit 6. And I want 10,000 Guardian scales at once. Wonderful. Wonderful. So now with our H&N stuff all set up, let's go ahead. Let's start crafting ultimate material. I also think we're going to want this at a very high speed. I'm going to put this at UHV 4 amp. Now I want to take a look at power. We're good on power right now. Yeah, we're doing fine. Though in the very near future, I'm definitely going to need to upgrade the NAC reactor room to have a lot more power. When that will happen, I don't know. It may happen at the end of the day. It might not. We will see. But on the bright side, ultimate material is actually pretty easy to make multi-block wise. Only needs 4 things and they're all items. So I may actually just straight up level limit this guy. Like not even put it on a subnet. And now we'll just have to connect up another optical cable. Look at this. I'll be back. All right, so I have everything hooked up. I'm thinking, soon as I put this guy into here, I should see that guy turn on. Perfect. And every 8 seconds, we get a piece of ultimate material. Next up is the task of all the chemistry. Now, I think this part is a bit more involved. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think we already have, like, calcium carbide we have a lot of. We're making this really fast. I mean, this looks really easy to make, though, so I think we should be fine. Yeah, actually, this is not so bad. We have lanthanum, we need potassium cyanide as well. Crystalline ingots, I think we have on passive. Formamide, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going into this. So, let's get started. So, I would like to start off getting the Prussian blue. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chemical reactors. I'm gonna make 10 for a safe measure. You never know. So, yeah, I have some LCRs built here. I think other than that, it's just a whole bunch of chemistry. So, yeah, yeah. I remember how exciting these were when we first started doing chemistry montages. That was kind of the same thing over and over again, but I guess that's Greg Tech. So, you guys should be hearing music. Let's do a good old chemistry montage. I do like these. I do like these. Alrighty, the Prussian blue is done. Oh my gosh, that actually took a good 6 LCRs. I have 2 extra here. I'm just gonna keep them there for when I'm gonna need them because I am going to need them. Or something like this specifically. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. All of this we have. This also needs a sterile clean room. But we need another Omnic Forge. I know. I know, this is ridiculous. Another Omnic Forge, but all of this looks pretty easy. Potassium cyanide, I don't think I have. You know, I probably should have done this in that little chemistry montage I did. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and finish up the rest of this chemistry. Okay, now everything is done 8 LCRs later. Wow, and we do still need more. I think we need 1 more just for this guy. We only need 1 more LCR, or 2 more LCRs rather. And we also need an Omnic Forge, which something tells me, just a hunch, something tells me, oh, I can make it. I apparently have a whole bunch of ZPM field generators. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure I'm out of europium. Yeah, because I'm out of ZPM electric motors. No idea what these are currently making. No idea. No, they're just being sunk somewhere, the ZPM electric motors. I have no idea. I think it's the micro miners. I really don't know. But on the bright side, we are gathering a whole bunch more activated netherite, so that is good. You guys know how much europium this is going to cost in the first place? There's no way we're going to have enough. And the only other way of getting it is through this, which actually might not be a terrible idea. Let's do this. Actually, we have a whole bunch of dilithite. I think we're running it through the mass fader again, and that may solve our problems. Oh, see, I'm actually not. Okay, let's go ahead and let's change up ore processing. After about maybe 30 minutes of messing around with a bunch of stuff, trying to get more europium, I have made the executive decision that we need to do something about it manually. Above me, as you can see, I have a very nifty rocket. However, the journey to this rocket was not very nice. Huh. Well, yeah, I did die on Mercury. Don't ask me why I died on Mercury, how I got to Mercury. All that matters is I have this nice new spacesuit where I can live on Mercury. And I have this nice new rocket. Now, I am under the impression that we can find dilithite, I think it's called, on Glacio. If that's not true, then we have a big problem. But I'm hoping that's true. And I should never need this rocket again, but it's kind of cool. I may do something with that. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here. Well, under further inspection, it looks like this might have been a waste of time. Don't appear to be able to find any of this stuff anywhere. I don't know why. And I'm out of europium to make another microminer because I accidentally used it all. So I'm gonna do this manually. I'm gonna take some of the europium I have processed, turn it into ingots, and then use that to make another tier 8.5 microminer to then expedite ore processing. Oh yeah, look at all of this. Oh my gosh, I am so happy right now that this is working, and I think I need to upgrade the tier of this macerator. It's at ZPM. Oh no, we need more europium than that. What a mess. You know, I am sick and tired of not having any europium. And now, it looks like I have some europium again. Sweet, so that looks like that all came from like one batch of the miner. So I might even speed that up even more. But I'm gonna put this on the RHF. Look at that number go up. And it's no longer going down. Okay, you know, funny enough, after making that change, we probably don't even need the helical fusion reactor. Do I want it anyway? Maybe. I'm honestly, I'm gonna say no. I don't think we need it. I think my problems were probably just solved just through some simple ore processing. So you know what? I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Now, obviously, we do still need Skulk Bioalloy, as it is the UEV kind of component. I'm gonna watch europium, and we'll see how it does. And if it still just absolutely plummets, then we'll make the helical fusion reactor. If not, then I think europium is solved. It was really just a microminer issue that I hadn't solved yet. So I think I have my eyes set on a new goal for this episode, which, like I said, I had fully planned on doing the helical fusion reactor, so this is a bit of a complete like U-turn here. But let's do some actual progress. Getting the tier 11 microminer would be absolutely amazing. We're going to need some UEV parts and also some new crafting here, but this we should be able to do. We have everything here. And from there, we'll unlock the holmium line. Let's go ahead, let's finish off Skulk Bioalloy, and then let's do some progression. Awesome, so now I'm getting my Skulk saturated microstructure. Whoa, what a handful. And this just needs to go straight into an LCR, which, you know, in hindsight, probably should have done that better. I think we're working. As soon as I plug everything here in, and now, yes, we're making it. Oh my gosh, check that out. And then down here in the disencharger, I think I can make everything. All right, so after a good amount of manual crafting, because again, there's another problem with my assembler. It just won't run. It's probably due to the fact that there's like a million different stocking input buses on this. But, I mean, you know, it should still work, right? I don't know why it's just not going at all. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I have to go through and like make a whole bunch more of these because it just does not want to run. This one's backed up. I'm wondering if that's why, like maybe because this is backed up that it doesn't want to run. So yeah, definitely going to make a whole bunch more assemblers to fix that. But we do have a bit of bioalloy here. It's nowhere near what I need, but for whatever reason, we have to do this, really? Should be pretty simple, should be able to do that. Awesome, so we have our first pieces of Skulk bioalloy. That should be a quest. And apparently now we have everything we need just about to make the tier 11 microminer. The problem really is just the assembler. This is causing so many problems. So before we do any more major progression, we need to fix that. And I think I want a lot of assemblers. I'm gonna say probably like maybe 8, not 8, probably like 4 of them total. 4 of them total, maybe 5. I'll probably go 5 total assemblers that I want to make. And with that, I want them to be fast, like really fast. So I'm going to also upgrade power. So this should be the last upgrade to the, at least power that we make. Last upgrade of that, and hopefully last upgrade to auto crafting. I'm sure there'll be small ones here and there, but this is a major one. Hopefully it'll be the last one. And this is absolutely 100 billion% getting montaged. my gosh. That was a good, probably around 2 hours-ish, maybe a little bit longer, but we did a lot of stuff, more than just actually just adding 4 more assemblers, which everything is fixed now. I've decided not to put too much load on these. Instead, this one's just being used only for wires, which for whatever reason, it's not... It's not doing okay, whatever. I will let that be. Anyways, there are still a few small bottlenecks that are just speed issues around the base, specifically with molecular assemblers. Will I fix that ever? Probably not. Do I really care? No. No, I don't. But everything seems to be good. Power's actually not that big of an issue if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. At some point, we will need to upgrade this, but it looks like I'll be able to put it off today anyways. I'm so happy about that. I love putting stuff off. And I'm happy to let you guys know we have so much Skulk bioalloy. I've been letting it run. This is where all those energy cores have been going. It's good. we're good. We have so much of this stuff, and we can now make UEV components, which means we can get the tier 11 micro miner. You know, I just realized how much fun UEV is going to be. You guys want to know why? It's going to be so much fun. Come on. You guys couldn't see this coming? More assembly lines. You guys know what more assembly lines means, right? Oh, brother. Well, it's everyone's favorite mechanic. I would think so. Data. GregTech data. Right? It's everyone's favorite. I know it's my favorite, personally. I love GregTech data so much. Anyways, I'm hoping there's not too much that I need to passive with this. I'm hoping a lot of manual crafting is okay. Well, anywho, I think for now I'm going to stick to just manual crafting because the robot arms we should be able to do. Does this even need a motor? Yeah, it does. They do need motors, but that's okay. So we'll go ahead. Let's put the UEV electric motor on passive. We need a whole bunch of this. We've done this like 4 times now. The same exact thing, just with a different material. I guess I might as well put everything on passive. This Coke Bioalloy is probably going to be pretty expensive, so I'm just going to do the motor for now. But I'm going to need another assembly line and a whole bunch of stuff on passive. We have fine activated another wire, omnium cable. I don't know if we have. So I'm going to make an assembly line, hook up to some optic cables, put those recipes in. Alrighty, UEV motors now on passive. Pretty easy, actually. I get the feeling there's going to be some bottleneck down the line with these. Yeah, probably, right? Activated netherite is, yeah, that's most definitely going to be the bottleneck, huh? Might want to see if I can't speed that up. One thing I also did is I went ahead and I also learned the UEV energy hatch. I cannot make the 16 amp one yet because I need holmium. So we need the tier 11 microminer. But I'm still going to say, I think we're in UEV. Sue me if I'm wrong, but I think we were in UHV for a total of like 2 episodes. Which, I mean, hey, I guess the end game's going pretty fast here. So now I'm curious, am I going to be able to make the tier 11 microminer? I need an infinity power unit. This I might not be able to make. I might be able to make. Going to need elementally infused omnic matrix heavy plating. That should be pretty easy. I think we're good after that. And then a quantum chest 9. So the infinity power unit, I am going to need infinity catalyst though, which I do not have at the moment. Yeah, and a lot of fine activated netherite wire. So this is what it's looking like. All in all, it's actually not that bad. I think the infinity catalyst is the main issue here. So there's a few things we're actually going to need on passive anyway, but none of this I don't think is too expensive. So we're going to need a few things in order to actually get the Eternal Catalyst here and then the Infinity Catalyst. The Infinity Catalyst is a little easier just because it's like 4 things, whereas Eternal Catalyst is like 8 different things. But I have the Ultimate Auto Crafting tables ready for them. This is going to be really, really expensive. Not super duper looking forward to this one, but that's okay. So first, we're going to need something called Fluid of the Void, which needs pulsating crystals and vibrant crystals. All of this we have. So that and an LCR later, and we should have our Fluid of the Void. Awesome, there's our Fluid of the Void. So now we should be able to get the Endus Star and Ender Star. And all these gears are just liquids of the stuff that we've already made in autocrafting, so that's going to be real fun, but hopefully it should be pretty easy. And then after that, we have infinite eternal catalysts. Alright, so that is all the gears done. This did not take long at all. It was kind of annoying, but it really wasn't that bad. Just a bunch of stuff we already have. So now we should be able to make the eternal catalysts. Now this does need the ultimate material. It's pretty expensive because Warden Hearts at the moment aren't the very cheapest. We actually have a pretty good stockpile, and in fact, I want to increase the stockpile that we are making of Warden Hearts to like 2,048. But now, hopefully Eternal Catalyst is possible. Let's see if I have everything. Awesome, so now I have the recipe saved. Should be able to put all the ingredients for the recipe up here, and now we're crafting. Sweet. So that is Eternal Catalyst on passive. That was actually pretty fast. And now we just need tiny piles of neutronium. So if I'm correct, now we can make the Infinity Catalyst. Oh, stuff here. And we have our Infinity Catalyst. That was quite the journey, but we do finally have it now. And I don't really think I want to hold that many of these, but I may have no other option. So, because I don't think I can turn this off with a redstone signal. You know, what I may do is just level limit this toggle bus. So something like this, whenever I'm like, let's say below 8 of them, then allow this to go through. And boom, that is 3 already infinity catalysts. Now 4. So this should turn off. I'm going to change this to 4. So it should no longer be providing this with anything. And this should now be stockpiling. Wonderful. We'd love to see that. So now I want to see if I can't make the infinity power unit. Yeah, definitely going to need some more UV circuits. And oh, I'm out of activated netherite. See, I knew this was going to happen very soon. And that this was definitely going to be the bottleneck. I probably am running out of UEV. Yeah, yep, that's definitely it. And of course, the real bottleneck behind it all is Dark Solarium. And I actually think the reason for the Dark Solarium backlog is a certain liquid. Yes, we're completely out of tritium. Don't ask me how this happened, because I have no idea. Yeah, again, every episode, it's just a wild goose chase around my base. Small different bottlenecks that are broken. It's the best thing ever. Okay, I need to fix this because we need activated netherite, and now. I really want to be able to get this infinity power unit. But once we have the activated netherite, all of this is just a buffer issue that we can fix, and we should have our infinity power unit, and then we should pretty much have the tier 11 microminer done. I also just need UEV robot arms, which these don't look bad at all. Just a lot of activated netherite. So I think the plan is to just completely accelerate the distillation of ender air. So I'm going to create another bulk blast chiller, but this time for ender air. And then I'm going to make a multi-block distillation tower with a whole bunch of parallels. I'm fine with 256. That's good with me. In fact, give me 2 of those, one for the vacuum freezer as well. Should be able to place this guy right here. So I'm going to run this at 4 amps UV, 256 parallels. Hopefully this is enough. If not, well, we have a problem. And with the bulk blast chiller, I'm also going to get the atmospheric accumulator so we can get a whole bunch of ender air. So I'll be replacing this with something much, much better. So this was circuit 1, and I sure hope this guy's working. Circuit 3. Oh, that is a lot of ender air. Oh, wow. So I'm going to level him with this guy to make sure he's not always using all of my power. I'll say to like 100,000 buckets should be plenty. So I should start seeing all of that stuff in my system. And now this guy is online. Look at how fast that is. Wow. So I'm just going to level him at this guy, and then we're ready for the distillation tower. This is going to give me 7 different outputs. Oh, now hook this guy up. That is much better. So I think I'm going to use a subnet to store these because they're acting a little bit strange with my system, but that's fine. So now my system should be able to see everything here. I should see this tritium be removed. Yes, perfect. Everything is working as intended. I should be seeing Dark Solarium kind of shoot up. And at the same time, we should see activated netherite start to go up. Now, I would still like to upgrade activated netherite just a little bit more because it's still kind of slow. And currently, I believe this is the bottleneck, that and omnic acid. So I'm going to upgrade this LCR to be UHV, and I'm going to build a second material press. I'm going to have this guy run at UV 4 amp, or UHV 4 amp, just like the one below it. So it should be pretty ridiculously fast. No, I say ridiculously, and it's still not going to be fast enough. Awesome, and you are now running. Perfect. Now, what to do about this guy? Because this guy is now, I'm quite positive, the bottleneck. I think the only thing I really can do is give it a 16 amp UHV hatch, which this is definitely going to put us over on power, so we'll have to add another NAC reactor, which I really didn't want to have to do today, but it's definitely looking like I'm going to have to. But you should be going a little bit faster now. 5 seconds per 4, that's not so bad. Now I don't have to worry about fueling that, because I promise you the engine room is not happy. No, we have about 2 days, maybe a little over, a little under, to fix this problem. So it looks like we have plenty of time. I missed this place a little bit. I think I'm going to make 2 more NAC reactors. So one right here, and I should be able to also just put one right over here. So something like this. Perfect. Now I just have to hook this up to everything else, and we should be good on power again. And I'm also just going to make the second one over here real quick. Awesome, and now we're making even more power. These are so broken. And second NAC reactor is now built, and now we're making double the power we were a minute ago. And we should see in the engine room, we're making a lot of power now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fill out that room downstairs for sure, because activated netherite line takes a lot of power. But I'm hoping that, yeah, we're finally gaining on activated netherite again, so a tier 11 microminer is in sight. I'm gonna see if I can't craft the infinity power unit. I just need to add all of these recipes because I don't really want to hold more of them. So just a few recipes I need to put in. All right, so it finally looks like I can make the infinity power unit. This is probably gonna take like an hour, but let's go and try it anyway. Wow, this is a huge craft. Probably the most expensive thing that we've crafted. I mean, this is going to leave a huge dent. Look at some of this stuff. 16 UEV motors. Oh my gosh. And we haven't even thought about the UEV robot arms yet. These are also going to be expensive. Which I actually don't even have the research for the UHV robot arm. I should probably end up doing that. But that has quite the queue ahead of it. Yeah, this is going to have my base backed up for quite a while. Oh my god. After nearly, I think over an hour of waiting, the infinity power unit is done. Oh my gosh, this was so expensive. So expensive. I don't even want to look at the damage yet. I don't think it's too bad, but definitely still up there. Obviously, there's still more things we have to do, like getting 2 UEV robot arms. And then a whole bunch of elementally infused Omnic Matrix heavy plating. This, I think, should be pretty easy. So basically, the only things we need are the robot arms, and then I think we're good to get the miner. Yeah, so just a few robot arm recipes, and then I think we are all good to go. So I just need to teach my system everything for the UEV robot arm, and then I believe the microminer is ours. And you know what I'm looking forward to the most? Is this. The creative computation data. And I should have all the computation I need to get the creative computation provider, but oh my gosh. I cannot wait, because this is actually my least favorite part about GregTech is research. It's so terrible. I hate the optic cables. Look at this. There's gotta be a better way of doing this. But anyways, just another waiting game. Here pretty soon, I'll be back, hopefully with the tier level microminer. So I've gotten to the point where I'm just starting to throw power at literally every single one of my problems. Every machine that's too slow, just give it a 16 amp UHV. It'll catch up. That's the plan, because these are so very slow, and I am sick and tired of waiting. I mean, seriously. We're running this with a ZPM hatch? Oh, no. Put this juiciness on there. Let's see what we get to. Might as well give it also a better parallel hatch. But I am really close to being able to craft this thing. I'm sure there's so many things we're short on in the base right now. Like, I mean, absolutely, I'm sure we're out of a lot of stuff. However, I'm gonna say this is worth it still. So here, any second, hopefully I should be able to do this. I just had to temporarily pause this guy because it was taking up all of the stuff that I needed. I just now need more multi-dimensional CPU chips, which for whatever reason, the cutter is not doing at the moment, but it should be extremely fast. So tell me, will this craft? Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but I think it should craft. Very exciting moment for sure. Oh my gosh, everyone. It's almost done. It's just crafting some more solar panels somewhere. I don't know where it's crafting those. Apparently in the discharger downstairs it's crafting them. Oh no, oh. It's done. I am so excited for this. We can finally craft the tier 11, maybe. No, we need the next tier. We need an epic crafting table. I don't know if we can make that, seeing as I am out of activated netherite. I need 60 pieces. I wonder what the holdup is right now. Nothing. Nah. Now we're just waiting. You guys know how long, manual, and annoying this episode has been? How long I've just been sitting here helping the autocraft go because something goes wrong, something's not fast enough, I run out of something. It's a wild goose chase, let me tell you, with everything in this mod pack. But alas, we are pretty close to the end though, which I'm getting kind of excited for. I still can't believe this is where we started. And now here we are. So at some point, we're also going to need the hyperbolic microverse projector. That will be a task we handle next episode. Same thing with infinity ingots and whatnot. We'll see how far we get next episode. Next episode, I plan on doing holmium, but we'll see how far exactly that goes. But if we can get to holmium, that basically means we can get the tier 12 microminer, that and infinity ingots, which gives us creative power and also creative computation data. So next episode is going to be a busy one. I don't see myself getting 60 pieces of activated netherite anytime soon. Oh no. The problem is actually the RHF is currently backed up. So nothing is going through because this is backed up. I think there's a lot of torches on back here. Not too many, but a good decent amount. There's a lot of stuff we gotta do. Really great live stream project. Anyways, unfortunately, I don't have the time to finish this crafting table. There's no way we're gonna get all the activator that we need. I have to get this video up on time, so we have the tier level miner. We just have to get the crafting table to craft it, which can be done very easily. So anyways, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today. If you guys did enjoy today's episode of Monifactory, if you want to see more of me and more of my content, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Monifactory. Later!